G'day, welcome. I just want to do a quick sound check before I get going here, so please bear with me a moment. I'm not sure if it's working or not, but we'll find out very soon. Here we go. So I'll just do a quick sound check.
Very soon.
Perfect. It's working. That's all I need to know. Okay, I've got two screens going here because I found in some of my previous shows turning this way was a bit too much. So hopefully this closer screen will be a lot more pleasant with me head turn. So I'm just going to bring that up there for the chat so as I can see what's going on. And how's everyone's week been, or a couple of weeks since my last show? I think it was 3 weeks since my last show. So who we got here? We got Chastity. G'day, Chastity. Hey there. Linda, hello from Quebec. G'day and welcome. So yeah, so that's there. And got so many things going on here. Now, this is my 1 hour live Q&A where I do every couple of weeks on my YouTube channel. It's my opportunity to connect with you, my subscribers who support my channel. Just my way of saying thank you. Any questions you want to put through the chat, put them through, and I do my very best to answer them. I've got my cup of green tea here, and I've got a few people to thank, and a question that came through during, excuse me, during the other week. I forgot to clear my throat. Every time you go live, if you don't clear your throat, don't wash your face, you get itchy. You always get itchy. You got a cough and all the time. It's crazy. Anyway, let's get on with the show. Who else we got in here? Well, I'll go back over to here. Cindy, hello from California, and Tara Hoyt. G'day, Tara Hoyt. Tara Hoyt's a member of mine. Welcome to the show, Tara Hoyt. Big shout out to you. And if you're not a member and want to become a member, simply hit the join button below. No, this side here. Hit the join button below if you're watching on a desktop and follow the prompts to become a member. Now, before we get started, I just want to give a big shout out to my members, because all my members get shout outs in my live shows. And when they're in the chats, I can see they're a member because they have that little emoji of my head next to their name, and that changes colors. So these people are I'll go through the people here. Now, these people are red members, and they've joined within the first, I think, month. So we've got Josephine Kangalossi, Tara Hoyts, Celeste Watson, Valerie Hoffmeyer. Now, Danette Smith, she rejoined. Wilma Voom, Gloria Lau. Now, these next people, they're blue members, and they've joined over a month ago. That's Patty Miner, Blissful Spirits, Sharif Fleener, D Flat 821, Paveen Nassim, V Alexander, and Lillian Robinson. Now the next people, they're a lime green colour, and they joined over 2 months ago. So the longer you're a member, your colours change and progress. We've got Siobhan, William Kenyon, Douglas Harris, Bev Sowers, Marion Bridger, Lisa Carroll, American Digger, Fernand Savoy, Paula Birtles, Cinnamon, Mary Ham, Janice Burns, Cindy Greer, Barry Redburn, Greg Sexton, and Jeff Green. Thank you very much to all my members who support my channel every month. Much appreciated there. Who we got here? Mr. Greg Sexton and Tara Hoyt's members there. G'day, Greg. Laura, hello from Florida. Mark Babbitt. G'day, Mark. I went to bed last night. Couldn't get your call. I saw your message this morning, but yeah, I was tired. Good evening and hello, everybody. Hello from Houston, says Viennese. Strict. Where are we? Sherry Williams. Hello, Ian from Chile, New Jersey. It's starting to get a bit cold in my city too, isn't it? So everyone's different places around the world. We're all changing our climates. Tammy Wood. Hey, Ian, good to join you. I'll say it the way you wrote it. It's good to join you, bloke. Good on you. You sound like you're an Aussie. Laura Lau. Hi, Down Under and Or. Cindy Chamberlain. No, sorry about that. Linda Chamberlain. How can I be a member? Well, if you're on a desktop, if you just look under the video there, scroll down a little bit, you've got the subscribe button, and there's a join button. You simply hit the join button, okay? And it's self-explanatory there. Suzanne Chambers. Hello from Washington State. Glad to see. I made a show today and I may have a question later. Yeah, well, that's all it's all about. Get your questions through. And I got one here that I'm going to read from Kelly Caulfield as well. I'll get to that in a minute. Patty Miner, there's another member there. G'day, Patty Miner. Good, welcome to the show. Good to have you here. Hi all, welcome up here. No, warming up here, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Now, I also have a few other people I want to shout out to, and I'll go through that later on through the show as well. These people supported my content through ways of becoming a patron or simply sending PayPal donations through on the PayPal link. We have Teresa Cambron, Gloria Lau, Lisa Carroll, Barbara Sanderson, and Kathy Ellsworth. Thank you very much for your support. Is much appreciated. Anybody who supports an influencer like myself, it's always helps us put it into the channel, because there's a lot of work that goes into running a reasonably decent YouTube channel. And some YouTube channels are like pretty much like watching TV programs. They're so high tech. I mean, I'm just a one-man band here, so what you see is all from what I can do to put it together. And we all do our best. Now I'll have a mouthful of my green tea. This one is from Kelly Caulfield, and it says, if I don't have the type of brushes you are using to stamp on the tree leaves, on the trees, can you please recommend another brush that will get similar results? Well, this brings me to letting you all know art isn't just about watching somebody paint or learning to paint and painting it. There's so many facets, and I'd like to explain that to you beginners mainly. Now, please explain, if you don't have the brushes that I'm using, what other brush can you use to stamp on the trees? Get your brushes, and I've done a video about practicing, but you need to just practice not only how to paint something, but in your arsenal, what brushes you have. Have a day of just full-on practicing. Get some appliance cardboard and just practice stamping, and get a few brushes, whatever brushes you've got, and work out how they're going to work for you. What brush is going to do your leaves and trees, foliage, what brushes are going to do water, what brushes are going to do blending for you. So if you don't have if you don't have the same type I'm using, use something similar or practice what you've got and work out which one of your brushes is going to get reasonably close to that. When you're watching, say, one of my tutorials, you don't have to make it exact. My tutorial is just showing you what you can do, as most of them are. You don't have to have this exact same color or the exact same brush I'm using. I'm simply using them because it's all I have on me at the time. And you can simply use what you have, okay? So don't feel obligated. Oh, no, I don't have that brush. Can't do it. You bloody can do it, all right? It's that easy. Right. Patty Miner read that one. Danette Smith. G'day, Danette Smith, another member of mine here. Sherry, question. Is a Deerfoot brush the same as a Filbert? No, it is not. A Filbert is pretty much flat. It's flat with a rounded edge like a cat tongue. A Deerfoot is more of a round brush, shaped on an angle like a horse's hoof. So look, this brush, which is my Putterana brush, that's flat. Same principle as a Filbert, but the Filbert is rounded, different size as well. Now the Deerfoot, see the imagine this cork on my mouse stick there. Imagine that is all hairs, okay? Did that focus? I'm just seeing if it did or not. No, I didn't hold it long enough. That's the layout of the hairs on a Deerfoot brush. Go into your art store, ask questions and educate yourself. Ask if they have a Deerfoot brush. Look it up online, print out a picture of it and take it in there with you. It's all a matter of using your noggin up here, and we just don't use it enough, okay? Danette Smith, got my new debit card. Had to rejoin instead of picking up where I was. Yeah, that's okay. Hello from Chicago, Illinois, says Danette Smith. Welcome. And we got a beautiful cyber hugs and kisses to you, Chastity, for your super chat donation. Much appreciated. Thank you very much for that. Patty Miner. Patty Miner's using some of the emojis and the badges there. Look at that. She's a member of mine as well. I have been watching your older Q&As, which have really been helping me. That's what it's all about. I'm trying to help the beginner in ways I was never helped when I was learning. So I'm trying to give you what I was hungry for, and that's all I do in my tutorials, in these live Q&A shows. Okay, sometimes you might have a question, and little do you know, we can most of the time answer our own questions by just practicing it on the canvas or some paper or cardboard. Okay, you might say, can I use, if I don't do this, if I don't do that, if I did this, if I did that, go out and do it and see the results, and you'll be able to answer your own questions if you're not sure. And it's fun actually doing the actual thing. Who else we got here? Patty Miner, I've been read that one. Laureen, what do you use to clean your Pouncer? I just clean it under the tap. Like, how can I explain it? Yeah, I run the tap and I stamp it in there, get my hand, and I'm washing it like I'm washing out a dishwashing sponge, something like that. And then I have an old towel next to the sink, fold it over, and then I damp it in that dry to suck out the heavy water. Linda Chamberlain, thank you very much for your super chat donation. Mwah, cyber hugs and kisses go to you and Chastity. Thank you very much, sweetheart. Pouncers, Laura says, yes. Yeah, so I just wash it under water. Susan Chambers, what medium would you use to make seafoam or foam on waves? I just use white, the white paint. You got to make sure you've put the darker values and the mid-tone values underneath the actual white, and the white comes on the top, and then you can create the depth having those darker colors under it, and the white can become the foam. Never use, well, I don't like to, never use full white. I always like to tint it with a color just to contaminate it so it's not pure white. So at the very end, when I know I'm finished, if I need a nice bright sparkly bit of white, I can just add it with pure white. Okay. Water, says Tammy Wood. Yes, there you go. That's for the Pouncer, I'm assuming. All right, where else are we? Oh goodness me, hang on, I need to just put these links in there. I've got them all set up ready to go, but I didn't put them in there. How many people do we have in there? 17 people watching. Good stuff. Bear with me a moment. Like I said, I'm just a one-man band here. I don't have other crew doing stuff for me, so that's why I do things the way I do. Oh, that's not in the shot. No, it's not. Okay, that's there. Which couple of mouses here? Okay, get mixed up which mouse to use. There we go. Beautiful stuff. Video pages there. All right, who else we got here? Heather Nicole. G'day, Heather. Welcome to the show. Heather Nicole. Ian, should you use a stiff fan brush to do grass that looks like grass, like in a close-up shot? Thanks. I'm not the best at grass. I even say that when I'm doing a tutorial where I'm putting grass in there, but give it a go, like I just said about answering your own questions. If you've got a stiff fan brush, grab some appliance cardboard. Simply use the inside of it and practice on there and see how you're going to get your grass. It can be just any color on the brown cardboard, and scratch it up and see how it's looking. Try different brushes, different methods, and see how it's going to work for you. There are a few, I remember when I was learning though, I've seen a few people, they'll get, let's say, a green and a yellow green, and they'll paint it in and then they'll scratch it up. Okay, and they're getting the yellow green happening there. Try different procedures like that and see how it's going to work for you there. Okay. Danette Smith, how do you know when to wet your brush before you use it? Well, so long as how do you know when to wet your brush before you use it? Well, before you use it, just simply wet it. All right. Just put it in the water, wipe it, just so it's damp, so it's not bone dry. Because if you stick your paint, as this is dry. If you stick that into the paint, let's say you go up to there in the bristles of paint, the paint's up to here, and then when you're doing everything, and when you go to wash it, you might have a bit of paint stubborn to come off because it's on the dry bristle. So just give it a dampen and give it a go, see how that works for you. Good morning, Ian, says Dennis Jacker. Good morning, Dennis. Tammy saying, I use a little buff white for my foam on water. There you go. Tammy uses buff white. Sherry Williams. Heather, that is what I use with light coating of paint. Eileen Carouse. How's my head looking? I'm trying to... I'd like to get my monitor right under there next time. Good morning, or sorry I'm late. I'm in the hospital, just managed to get online. Good to have you here, Eileen. Thank you for joining us, even though you're in the hospital. Paddy Miner, g'day Paddy Miner, another member of mine. Hope you're okay, Eileen. Mark Babbitt, g'day Mark Babbitt. What year did Australia succeed from France? I don't know, but I'll find out for you. Hey Google, what year did Australia succeed from France?
Sorry, I don't have any information about that, but I found something related. Do you want to know what happened 1901 Australia?
Okay, yes. We'll see.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Oh, is there anything you understand? I can't answer that question, Mark. I'm sorry. You'll have to Google it on the internet. I don't know. I'm not one for history. I know little bits of history, only the stuff I know. The stuff I don't know, I know nothing about it. All right, Mark. Where were we up to? Mark Babbitt. There we go. Paddy Miner's just under there, the blue member. What is the art on your left forearm? My left forearm. The art. You mean the background one? That's not one of my paintings. That's something I got off a dear friend of mine who is now passed. She bought a lot of big canvas pieces for her unit there, but she wasn't using them, and they were stuck in her back area. They were just collecting dust anyway. And she rang me one day and says, Ian, I've got some canvases here. Would you like them before I throw them out? I said, well, I'll have a look. I wasn't sure how big or what condition or what. When I saw them, I thought, I could probably reuse them. So I said, yeah, I'll take them. But lo and behold, I end up using it as it is. So that's it. The big zebra, the golden zebra, some of you might have seen me paint. It was on one of these big canvases like this here. I think it was that size, or a little bit smaller than that one, but pretty big. The lovely Lisa Carroll's purchased that one. I reclaimed that canvas to paint that gold zebra on, because the abstract that was on that to me was just mumble jumble red and grey colours. It wasn't my cup of tea, but the canvas and the frame itself I liked. Okay. Sherry Williams, Lamo, laughing my... Yes. Should you have Steve next to you, Linda Chamberlain? You should. Oh, I know I should, but to have him sitting there is going to be a mission and a half. He just won't sit still. If he was, I think once it's more rainy outside and the sun's not shining, he will be. Because in the morning after I feed him and Bernard Watson, they're my two cats if you don't know, Sturdy Burn, Steve, and Bernard Watson. Once they've been fed, they like to go outside. I have a water fountain on my front lawn. Steve likes to go across the dew-swept grass in the sunlight, the morning sun, get on there, look around and have a bit of a lick of the water there. I clean the water out regularly so it's not stagnant. And, yeah, Bernard likes to sit under the patio on the chair there on the nice soft cushion. Yeah, so to have him near me will be, if I'm lucky, I'll bring him up, but they're just not here. But yeah, it would be nice to have him sit next to me. You should have Steve next to you. Mark Babbitt, the answer is never. They succeeded from England. Okay, all right. So we never succeeded from England. Or France never. I'm mixed up now. Patty Miner, know your tattoo. Oh, that's been asked before. When I was about, I don't know, 14 or 15, My older brother went away down south working on a timber mill, and when he came back, he had a tattoo. I think it was on his leg or his arm. I can't remember. And I remember thinking, I'd like that. So I scribbled it down on a bit of paper, and I made a tattoo gun out of a tape recorder. You know, the old tape recorders, you put the cassette in and you press record and you can talk into them or just play a tape. I ripped it apart, got the motor out of it, made a wheel and a crankshaft, got the tube of a pen and some needle and thread, made my own tattoo gun. Anyway, long story short, I tattooed that on there myself. I will show you as I'm talking. This is what it is. It's a messy looking thing. I did that, I was like 15 or 16 when I did that. But while I'm talking, I'll draw it what it should have looked like. Who we got here? Maria Gesso. Can someone please translate that for me, please? So yeah, I'll if I can remember how to draw it. It was like a mosquito. He pretty much hit the wall at high speed, and he's all dizzy and like, what happened? I'll just quickly screw it in here. He's all cockeyed and dizzy up there like that. And he's got a bit of a bruised head, bit of bent antennas down there. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't know what and he's I didn't put the stars around or the neck, whatever. But yeah, let's see if the camera's going to focus in on that. Okay, that's what it should have looked like, something like that degree. Okay, we've got Heather Nicole. Cyber hugs and kisses to you, Heather Nicole. Thank you very much for your super chat donation. Much appreciated. And Danette Smith, you're beautiful, aren't you, Danette Smith? Cyber hugs and kisses to you, sweetheart. Love you, Ian. Thank you very much. Now, what I want to do, I'm going to try it. Let me just see if, bringing that up, no, what does this do? Report, remove, put, hide, add, no. I saw someone else doing a live and they were able to bring, every time a super chat come up, they were able to bring it underneath the screen. And it was one of the lawyers that's following the Johnny Depp trial, and she was able to bring hers up so everyone can see the super chat there. And I'd like to, or maybe I need other mechanical devices to make that happen. I'm not sure, but I tried looking into it, but I don't know how she did it. I'm on my actual thing here now, and I don't know how she did it. She just did a simple click. Yeah, interesting. How many people we got? 27 people. Wow, very nice though. Thank you, Patty Miner. Margaret, is that it? Margaret. G'day, Margaret. Good evening, sir, and everyone. Have a nice day from Malaysia. G'day and welcome all the way from humid Malaysia. I'm assuming it's humid over there. Tammy Wood, wow. Chastity, translation. Thank you very much, Chastity. You're a sweetheart. Good night. And Maria Jose from Natal, RN, Brazil. I love your art. Thank you very much there from Maria Jose. Cute. Good morning, everyone. Hello from California. Now, I was going to mention something back to Mark Babbitt up here. Where did he go? Mark Babbitt, the answer is, yeah, because I had a weird occurrence on my Facebook. It was all back to front the other day. My Facebook group page, Ianapolis Art Network, it was showing everything from the beginning because there was a message from Mark Babbitt. And so I answered it. And then I realized it's from back when it started. And then everything else was back when it started. And I couldn't work out why. But Mark Babbitt, for those of you who don't know, he was he still is a Facebook friend of mine, but he was the one that said, you should get a Facebook group going for your art followers, blah, blah, blah. And it was just, yeah, no worries, but it wasn't a concern to me. But he says, no, he started kicking me up the behind and saying, no, you got to get one going. And then so we had a video call and we're talking about it because he's a lot more intelligent than me. I've got to give him that. He was very clear on how things work. And he says, no, you should do this, should do that. And I go, yes, that makes a bit of sense. So all the common sense was starting to kick in. And we were working out about how to name it, what to name it. I can't remember what we name it. But then come up with the name. My name, Ian, I-A-N, Ianapolis Art Network. That's how the name was done. And he was, just for those people, bit of trivia that want to know, Mark Babbitt was the very first member of my art group. And I'm also chasing down the very first person who commented on my videos. And I'm going to I'll go through there while I'm talking as well. I'm pretty sure I can find her. I'll go back to the oldest. I've got you there. I haven't forgot. This show goes for about an hour, okay? Now, let's get that up there. Have I turned the volume down? No, I better do that now. And then sort by newest. Okay, so I'm trying to chase down. There it is. 7 years ago, she commented, nice video. I love the sky. I like that great painting you have in the background. Pity she didn't like the one I was painting, but you got to look at some of my early stuff. This was my video on my YouTube channel. Number 1, how to paint a quick and easy sky. And her name is Cecilia Greenstein. So if you're out there, Cecilia Greenstein, or anyone knows it, just say Ian said hi. She was the very first person to comment on my YouTube channel. Okay. So, and if you're not a member of my art group and you're watching this replay, the links are in the description below. Check out what links I have there and become a member. Now, I also use these brushes in my painting videos. Good morning, everybody. Right, I'll hold that there. A lot of people say, where can I get your brushes from? If you're in Australia, you can get these from Bunnings in the painting section where they sell all the paint brushes. But anyone overseas, I can get you the 2-inch, the 1.5 inch, and the putter-on brush. These are the brushes I use. Once I've painted the sky, I've done all the sky color and the gradiating of the gradients of the colors with this one brush. You see me do that in my videos. And then once I've done that, I've grabbed the fan brush, I've stamped on, let's say, a cloud, and these brushes are what dab, twist, and drag it. These are the ones that make the clouds, okay? So if you want these, they're $45 US. That gets them to your city, wherever you live in the world. And you message me on Facebook. The links are in the description below. There's a Facebook link there. Just have a look and just see what I've got in me link cupboard. There's quite a few there. There's a link for me traceables that are relevant to my videos. Eva Cordova, hello from California. Good morning, everyone, says Barry Wedburn. G'day, good to have you, Barry. Sherry Williams, how about some thumbs up, peeps? Yeah, what thumbs have we got here? We've got 18 thumbs up. So we can get that a lot higher. Don't forget, it just takes you a second just to hit that thumbs up, and it helps me out as well. The more you help me out, the more I can be in front of the camera doing things for you people that like watching my content. If you just sit back as a silent audience, it makes it very hard for us to get on top and be here. It's a struggle as it is, but the more you interact, giving us likes, giving us comments, sharing, subscribing, becoming a member, whatever helps you, watching my ads, it helps us out. Okay, how about some thumbs up, says Sherry. So yes, Tammy Woods, Ian, your last painting tutorial, how did you paint that mountain hill with such detail? Your last painting tutorial, I'll have to have a look at that, my dear, and just see what you're on about. My last painting tutorial. So let's sort that to newest. Here we go. My last painting tutorial was not a mountain. You're going to have to give me the number. All my tutorials are numbered. So if you can give me the number of that Tammy Woods, the last painting, how did you paint that mountain? So yeah, give me the number of that Tammy Woods, and then I'll be able to know which one you're on about, and I'll be able to answer your question. Laura Lau, cool, thanks for the push, Mark. That's Mark Babbitt, yes. Cindy Chambers, that would, no, and you consider painting some desert scene and maybe a desert scene with a waterfall in it or rivers? No. And would you consider? So Susan Chambers said something earlier. You're going to have to do it all in the one sentence again, because I don't know the other half where it's gone to. I've lost it because get distracted here. So do the whole sentence again there, Susan Chambers, and I'll get back to you on that. Karen Parker. Hi, Ian. Good to see you. Good to see you, Karen. Karen's a long follower of mine. It's good to see members, or not members, but followers that are here. They've been here from the very, very, very early days. It's good to see them here in the chat. Hope you're having a lovely day there, Karen. Love you lots, baby, or sweetheart, or darling, or whatever you use in your country. Everyone uses different gestures, don't they? Elisa Langston. Good evening, all. I know it's been a bit since I have been on, but I am back. Good on you, Lisa. Good to have you here. Patty Maynard, another member of mine there. See the blue? She's a blue member. Patty Maynard. Getting the paintbrushes are well worth it. I tried all the stores there and he could not find them. Yeah, so if you can't find them, just simply message me on Facebook. I want to get the brushes, and then it goes from there, okay? And anything is done through PayPal. There's a PayPal link in the description below. There's also a link if you're on a mobile phone and you're not on a desktop and you can't see the join tab. There is a link for, let me just see, where are we? Join this channel to get the perks. That's the very top link, okay? Then I'll go through the links. I've got to donate here. That is my PayPal link. In the blue writing, it tells you what the link is actually for, PayPal. So that's when you purchase a painting, the brushes, or simply sending donations. People support creators like myself just by sending, here's some money for your cats, or buy some brushes, or get some new paints. It's wonderful to help us out. There's a merchandise link, which is underneath the video. You'll see all my merchandise there. There's an Instagram link, which I very rarely use, but it's there. There's my Facebook link. There's my Patreon link. Patreon, those who don't know what a Patreon is, it's a platform which a lot of YouTubers, creators, and influencers and social influencers out there have. It's a platform where we can create it, and then followers like yourself go, you know what, I like what you're doing. Here's $1, $5, $20 a month, whatever, and it comes out of your nominated card, okay? There's my videos link. Now, if you click on that, it takes you to all the videos on my YouTube channel. I've got over, hitting 500, I think. So have a look in there. There's my art for sale. There's the Ianapolis Art Network, which is my Facebook group page. There's my bloopers link. Previously, you had another channel for the bloopers. So there's those ones. Plus on this channel, you see some of the behind the scenes. There's a traceable and reference picture link. So hit that one if you're looking for a reference picture that I've used in a tutorial, or a traceable. And there's also Google Translate if you want to translate something. The Google Translate link is quite good because you don't have to work out what language you're trying to translate. You just copy the language you want to translate, go to that link, and it'll detect the language, paste it in there, and bang, it'll tell you what it's saying. It's quite clever. Okay, where were we up to here? Good to see you, Karen Parker. That one there, Alicia. Good evening, Guru, says Alicia Langston. Good evening. Tammy Woods, how? And 3 weeks ago, about 2-3 weeks ago. Now, I'm not sure what you have to do the whole lot again there, Tammy Woods, about what you're trying to get there. Then I'll know exactly what you're talking about. Because just to address that, you might ask a question and I might have answered it, and then so much more have come through the chat, and then you're putting something else to the end of it. But like this, and about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I'm not sure what you're meaning there, and some other people might not be, some people might be. So you need to put the whole bit again in that you said, and then the new bit, so we can keep addressing it. Laura Lou, yes. Mark Babette. Mark Babek. It's B-E-C-K, B-A-B-E-C-K, but I think he knows what you mean, Laura Lou. Mark Babek has got something there in it. Thanks, Ian. The group started April 13, 2019 with 2,716 members and growing as of today. It is great to see all the members' artwork and everyone enjoying. Yes. And thank you once again, Mark, for your help there. Susan Chambers. Manuel. Hi from France, Paris. Oh, where did that one go now? Here we go. Alicia Langston. The best thing to get access to his drawings. Get out of there, you. I'm trying to get rid of something. Wait a minute. The best thing to get access to his drawings. Susan Chambers, could you paint some desert scenes with roads and water in them? Yes, I've done a few. You need to look at my videos because a lot of people do ask, can you paint this? Can you paint that? But I've already painted. That's why I say look at my videos, because if you give yourself some time to scroll through what I've actually done, you'll just see exactly what I've done. And then here's one right here, for instance. All of them are numbered. So if you put this number in the YouTube search bar, 338 space Ianapolis, bang, it'll take you to that one. It's an outback highway. I've done a few with roads in them, quite a few. There's another one here, 335, a misty highway, how to paint in acrylic. It's in the misty forest, sort of like an American style road scene there. There's quite a few. You just got to scroll through until your heart's content. But yeah. His bloopers are funny as heck, says Tammy Woods. Yeah, they get a bit funny. I've got a little alter ego character in there, for those of you who don't know, which is Little Buddy. Little Buddy's a foul-mouthed little runt, and he's always given me grief, but him and me have our banter going on. They're the behind the scenes in the video, so that gets cut out of the actual tutorial, and they're put aside for the bloopers behind the scenes. So if you're into that sort of stuff and you don't mind a bit of coarse language, go and look for my behind the scenes bloopers and watch them with me and Little Buddy. Laureen. The last tutorial you did with the mountain was 487. Maybe Tammy Wood means that one. 487. Let's have a look. Which mouse am I on? This one here. 487. 487. Oh, okay. Yes. So ask a question about that one again, because I've forgotten what you were asking. Your painting. Lynn, absolutely love you all, and love you, Lynn. I haven't had the courage to try painting, but I proudly display a painting I purchased from you. Good on you. Which one did you purchase there, Lynn? Be interesting to know. And are you happy with it? Yes, it's that one. Okay. All right, so you like the way I did the mountain or something, you were saying, I'm thinking. So ask your question again about that painting, Tammy Woods. Janice Burns. G'day, Janice Burns. Good to have you here, sweetheart. Janice Burns is another member of mine. Hi, everyone. A little late getting here. We only got 20 minutes left. We're going through this quite quick. Tammy Woods, 487. Thoundara. Hello, Thoundara. Alicia Langston. Lynn, you just need to jump in and get your toes wet. Doesn't have to be perfect. Exactly. Painting is all about jumping in and getting your toes wet. It doesn't have to be perfect. You learn from each painting as you go along. Every painting is a learning process. And I want a lot of you to realize that there's more than to painting to what there is picking up some paint on a brush and putting it on the canvas. Like I said, you got to understand, practice, and learn what brushes are going to work for you and how they're going to work for you. Understand your brushes. Work out what mediums you got, what paints and mediums you got, and different velocities and how they're going to work for you, and practice mixing colors. Everything is all practicing, and then you know a lot of procedures. You can put it into a painting onto the canvas instead of just trying to paint, think, oh, it's not working, I don't like this, I'm going to start playing golf now, or oh, he makes it look easy, or I like that. That's because they're putting the time and practice into it. You just simply got to realize, well, hey, I just got to practice. Okay. Barry Radburn, g'day Janice. D flat 821. Hey there, Ian. Thanks for all your help. You're welcome. Another member of mine. Alicia, in reference to patron. Okay, what is in reference to patron? Alicia Lanson, ask the whole lot again, please. Mark Babek, hi Janice Burns. Hope you are well in Florida. Yes, hope you are very well. Getting better too, Janice. Alicia Langston, Ian's Clouds for Beginners is the best one to get started on. Really easy. Lynn, yes, I have a lot of videos how to paint clouds. You also need to learn a lot of my videos. You can break them up and learn just the sky, the background, the foreground. Just use it just for that part. You don't have to use it to paint the whole lot. You can go through my videos there and think, I like that sky. What is that? 486. All right. Now, what do I want for a mid-ground? Okay. I like the mid-ground there in number 479. So that'll be me mid-ground. And then the foreground, what will be the foreground? I'll use number, I like the foreground in 467. So I use that as a foreground. So then you can do a rough layout of that. And then watch those videos for those sections and make your painting up out of that. It doesn't have to be what I've done there. I can only show you what you can paint and in a way that I can paint it, okay? How did you put all that detail in 487, says Tammy Woods. Okay, how did I put all that detail in? Let me go back and have a look, see what you're on about. Well, if you watch the video, I can't remember. I'm sorry. Sometimes I have to watch my own videos to remember what I've done there because I've done some cracking skies and go, oh, I'd like to do that again. I'm just doing so many, I forget. But the detail in there, just simply watch the video and you will see how I've done it. I really can't remember. I painted the sky and then I put the mountain on, made it lighter at the bottom, and then brought the other stuff in front of it. Good morning, sir, says Shader. Art, Lynn, beautiful blue ocean scene. Absolutely adore it. Yes, I like the ocean scenes. They're looking quite, I like them. They get it. I can get a bit of a realism out of those, I feel. Alicia Langston, I was commenting earlier about access to your drawings via Patreon. Okay, well, are you a patron? If you are, tell me you are a patron. I put on Patreon early access for my Patreon followers there. So once I've finished filming a video, the thumbnail gets put up on Patreon. It's just a thumbnail of what's coming up in the future. And then when I've finished editing that video and I've uploaded it on YouTube, just in unlisted, I'll put it over to the Patreon platform. They get to see it before everybody else. And when it's due to come out, well, then I unlist it and open it as a premiere. Okay. So I'm not sure what are you asking how do you get early access? You need to become a patron. If you're already a patron, well, then you just go on there. And when it's out, it's put onto the Patreon platform. It's not all day, every day stuff goes on there. Tammy Wood. I like to upload a painting I'm working on. Where did it just go? I've lost it. I'm working on for you, Ian, to give me any ideas how to do that. I'm working on a painting I'm working on for you, Ian, to give me any ideas on how to do that. Put it in my art group, post it in there and tag me in it and ask me in the tag me, Ian Harris, and then ask your question. I'll be drawn to it and then I can go from there, okay? And just remember, if you are a patron or a member, you have the ability to have one-on-one video calls with me. So you can say like Tammy Wood, you can, if let's just say Tammy Wood or someone that is a patron or a member, they can say, listen, I'm a patron or I'm a member. I need to ask this. Can we have a video call? Because you can get a lot more explained over the video call rather than trying to type text, because like hers is a bit mumble jumble there. For you to give me an idea on how to do that, it's easier on a video call. So you have the, what do you call it? You have the ability to do a one-on-one video call when you are a patron or a member, which is very helpful to a lot of people as well. Janice, hi Barry, doing great here in Florida. Patty Miner, thank you very much for your super chat donation. Cyber hugs and kisses to you, sweetheart. Good job, she's saying. Now, down here, I have changed the chat. So people have to be if anyone is not a subscriber to my channel and they're watching, you need to subscribe so you can put in a comment. So if there's anyone in here, can they please tell me I just subscribed so I can put in a comment there? I'm seeing how that works because it fishes out all the spammers, you know, the ones that like to talk filthy and talk crap or whatever. It makes them have to subscribe to write their filth, and they don't want to subscribe, so they don't write their filth, so hence they don't get onto the chat there. So if there is anyone in here that is watching, they're not subscribed, try and chat and it'll tell you that you have to subscribe to put a comment there. I want to see if it's working. Alicia Langston. Oh, wow. WTG, Patty, and welcome, lol. Janice Highmark, Navy Blue Angels is Vero Beach. Awesome air show. Rebecca Backman. G'day, Rebecca Bakeman or Backman. Good evening from California. Good evening and welcome, Janice Burns. Wish I could have gotten a shot of them flying over the ocean. Susan Chambers. Very informative of what you just said. Never though to piece videos together with backgrounds, clouds. Love your style of teaching and encouragement. Yes. Yeah, I thought that was quite informative because I just made it up there and then on the spot as I was saying that. And I realised, well, I'll put it out there like I know what I'm talking about. But, yeah, you can do that. And it's amazing what you can do. Just using our noggins. Alicia, yes, I'm a patron, and I was just letting the others know that Patreon is a great place for your drawings. There you go. Cool. So Alicia Langston, for you, you're a patron. Let's just say you want to have a one-on-one video call with me via Facebook Messenger because there's something you need to ask me or something you're not grasping and you want my opinion or advice on it. You just need to say, I'm a patron. Can we have a call? I need to speak to you about something. Now, I might answer that straight away, or it might sit there for a couple of minutes or until I see it. Then I do answer them. I go, yes, what's up? And if I'm available, I'll have a call with you. 9 times out of 10 I am, but if I'm busy, well, I'm just simply busy. Cool, says Tammy Woods. Tammy Wood. Becky Bradley. G'day, Becky Bradley. I've decided to paint on a clock face. Any ideas on the best way to go about it? I've started painting gesso over it right now. Well, it depends if you're right-handed or left-handed. If you're right-handed, start going clockwise. But if you're left-handed, probably start going anti-clockwise. I'm just being a bit of a silly Billy there, but I don't know. Get some inspiration by looking over the internet or looking at my videos and see what tickles your fancy and give it that a go. Shader Art. Next week, my new video is coming, sir. Good on you, Shader. Janice Burns. I had a hard time getting my can't turned on. I had a hard time getting my can't turned on. Finally found the button. Getting mine. I couldn't turn it on. Janice Burns, you're reading, mate, because I'm not the best reader. It makes my reading very shocking. The Life Experience. I just subscribed. First time watching you. Okay, thank you very much, Life Experience. Were you able to comment before you subscribed? That's what I need to know. Well, actually, one of my regular members unsubscribe, right? Refresh the page, then go to chat and just say, I'm chatting as a non-subscriber and see if it'll go through. Then resubscribe and then say again, I'm chatting as a subscriber. That way we'll see if it's going to work or not. Janice Burns, chat button, damn autocorrect. Yeah, you got to watch that, Janice, because it could have sounded like I was saying something different. I was doing my best to keep it pleasant. Heather Nicole, I'm a patron. Question: you started your paintings on your canvas wet using craft paint. I usually gesso, but it dries quickly. Yes, gesso would. And then I go back to do the sky. I have a dry canvas. Which is better? Well, gesso is just a primer. I don't use gesso with the retarder when I'm putting that white craft paint on. That white craft paint is just a softer bodied titanium white. It's craft, I call it craft paint, student paint, poster paint. That is not gesso. Gesso's got chalk in it. It'll dry quicker. Don't use gesso. You can use gesso on the retarder if you only got a little bit to do and quickly get on with it. But if you're doing a decent size, it will dry on you. Use the poster paint, craft paint, student paint like I'm using, and add that with gesso. Put it on there and do that, okay? So the craft paint is better for painting the skies the way I do. I like your painting, sir, says Shader Art. Thank you. Becky Bradley is laughing. Good to have a smile on your face there. Becky Bradley. Bradley, is it? Yeah, Bradley. Life experience, I didn't try. Okay. Jerry Powell's here. Big cyber hugs and kisses to you, Jerry Powell, for your super chat donation. And you got a sneaky icon going there. What have you been up to, eh? Alicia Langston. Heather, the best way to use the paint is with retarder. There we go. I'm trying to catch up here. Jerry Power, you misquote. Your misquote looks like me tonight. Your misquote. Okay. Kathy Boocat. Cyber hugs and kisses to you, Kathy Boocat, for your super chat donation. Thank you, she's saying. Life experience. I unsubscribed and it would not let me comment. Good stuff. So it's working. Thank you very much for that life experience. Yeah, so I've got that set. So you have to subscribe to comment in my live shows. Lorraine, is gesso okay to use for practicing on cardboard? Anything that can get paint from your brush onto a surface if you want to see how the brush stroke's going to look for stamping in tree leaves or scratching grass. You'll have to practice using it with retarder if you want to practice doing water with blended colors. When you know what you're doing, pull out a canvas. You know you're not going to waste a canvas because you've done your practice. You know what you're going to paint and you know it's going to work out quite well for you. In our early days, I know for me and a lot of you other people, we've pulled out a canvas, we see what we want to paint, we're giving it a go, but things aren't quite working out. And it's simply because we didn't go over here and practice it first and know what we're up against. When you do that, you know you're not going to destroy and ruin a canvas. Laura Lou, g'day Laura Lou. It says only subscribers can comment. When I just had DTs unsubscribe. Lol, glad to be back. There we go. Good stuff. It's working. So everyone's going to unsubscribe and subscribe again. I hope they don't do that. Okay, we don't need to do that anymore. Cindy P. She means your tattoo. Yes, we got onto that a while ago, I think. Watch the replay. That's me tattoo there if you... There we go. Did that focus or not? Let me see. I've got to get in the middle of the screen. No, it didn't. I'll try that again, Buggy. I want to get that to focus. Let's see if that focused. There we go. If it's off the center focus area, it won't automatically zoom in. Oh, me mouse stick. I showed it before, but I didn't talk about it. That's the mouse stick. Now have a look at that. See that cork? That's a champagne cork on the end of that. Now what I did, I drilled a hole in it, right about that deep into it. This is a bit of steel rod. Oh, it's steel. And I drilled a hole in it. I shoved it right in the guts of it. I put some silicone in there till it dried, and that's me mouse stick. That's what you lean across your canvas so you can get a steady hand. Similar principle to your bullshit stick, but that's like a T-square to get your bullshittingly straight lines right across your canvas there, all right? All right, I'll get back to the show. She means your tattoo. Yes, I read that one. Please give me shader art. Please give me artist certificates. I don't give out certificates there, Shade. I'm not sure what you're meaning there. Give me a bit more detail on what you're trying to ask there, okay? Who we got here? We've got watching from Nepal. I love your paintings. Ganesh Bujal. G'day, Ganesh Bujal. Good to have you here all the way from Nepal. Cindy, Jerry was saying your tattoo looks like them tonight. Okay. Susan Chambers, I found that oil painting brushes for fan brushes are stiffer and sometimes work very well with acrylics. I'm not sure, I haven't really gone into it, but I'm not sure if the artist brushes they sell in the art stores, I'm pretty sure they do have different brushes for oils and acrylics, but there are ones you can use for both. But if you've got a brush that will work for oils or acrylics, that's fine, but don't use it for both at the same time. If you've got the brush for acrylics, use it only for acrylics. Use a separate brush for oils. Don't use an oil brush and go to acrylics because it'll just gank up and give you grief. Okay, I've caught up to everything and we're almost out of time. So if we have any more questions, bring them through. Oh no, that tea bag. I've got to wash my top now. I just spilt tea all down the front of it. Oh, what else did I have to get through here while we're here? Once again, I'll say a big shout out. Thank you to Teresa Cameron, Gloria Lau, Lisa Carroll, Barbara Sanderson, and Kathy Ellsworth. Thank you very much for your monetary support. Now, I know I've been changing it around a bit, but my next Friday Night Live will be 3 weeks from this one. 4 weeks, I think, was a bit too long for people. Every week was a bit too, so I'm going to 3 weeks now. So we're going to see the next, so this was 3 weeks from my previous one. My next one is going to be 3 weeks from now. So write it in your calendar from this time. It'll be the same time, 9 p.m. New York time on the Friday nights in New York time. But hence me in Australia, it's Saturday morning here. It's 10 a.m. in the morning, Saturday here in Perth, Western Australia. So when you see my times there, I have a lot of people asking, well, what time is that in where I live? Simply ask Google, or compare your time to New York time in America and then work out the time difference. So if you're 3 hours ahead or 12 hours behind or whatever, you'll know what time my show will be coming on in your capital city. Or I will send you a painting bib for your cuppa. Thank you very much, Alicia Lanston. Patty Miner, thank you. Heather Nicole, I have found a product to clean the old acrylic dried paint off your brushes. It's called Telens. You put your brush in it, swish it around and rinse. It restores the brushes. Good stuff. I'll have to look into that. We can all use something like that. 3 weeks, yes, says Linda Chamberlain. Becky Bradley, sorry I'm late. Chiming in with catch you in 3 weeks. You've been here earlier, Becky, because I read your message before. Alicia Langston, I'm liking this time better, especially from Texas. Dee Dee, will you do a painting with Mother's Day? I don't really do theme paintings like Easter, so I don't really do that. If I do, I do, but if I don't really, it's not something I really do. I just simply do tutorials for beginners because they sit in there as a replay, constantly getting watched, and it's probably not Mother's Day, and all the work I put into a Mother's Day painting is probably going to get ignored for the rest of the year. And a lot of people do know, but there are a lot of people that don't know. Let's say you see the quality of my videos, the editing and what goes into them, and that. It's taken me 12 hours to create one of my edited video tutorials from start to finish. Okay, so there's 12 hours of my time into that, but they cost you nothing to watch as well. Okay, so that's another thing you get there. So I do what I feel a tutorial is going to benefit for beginners out there. If a theme is involved, like I have done years ago, I have done a Halloween one many years ago, but it's not something I normally do there, DD. Is the first time I have actually made it live. Take care, everybody, says Cindy P. Good to have you here. Mother's Day is coming, sir. Yes. Mark, got to change the name to Ian Spill on us. Yeah, that tea bag just flopped and what a mess. I'm not one for drinking with the tea bag in there. Susan Chamberlain, I bought it just for acrylic because I couldn't find the fan brushes to buy that was just for acrylics. So, that's great. That's the stuff to clean your brushes. Linda Chamberlain. Jerry Power, thanks for the most recent lesson on perspective. That's my challenge. I need all the help I can get. Yeah, well, it just takes practice there, Jerry. Linda Chamberlain, is oil painting easier? For a beginner, you're either going to stick with one or the other and then just learn oil or acrylic, okay? To me, acrylic is easier because it dries quicker. Oils can take weeks, sometimes months to dry, okay? Understand that. You can't just watch an oil artist or let's say I'm acrylic, so you can't watch one of my tutorials and bring out your oils and expect to do a bit and blow dry. It's not going to work. You got to understand the behaviors of oils, okay? You're my awesome guru, says Jerry Powell. Thank you very much, Jerry. Alicia Langston. Ian, can you do a painting that helps more with shadows and how to get them placed correctly? I still struggle with it. Yes, I will. That's stuff I like to do. So I'll just write that down here. Shadow video. Because we do leave shadows out a lot. And a lot of things I've noticed in trees, you might have a tree. We've got no shadows tying them down to everything. And in that tree, you have leaves and branches casting on the bigger, thicker branches. We often forget to put those in. Once you put your shadows into your paintings, it starts bringing it to life a lot more realistic. Jerry Powell just became a patron. Good on you, sweetheart. You get early access now. Great. Can't wait, Alicia Langston. Well, we've been going for over an hour now, so I'm going to end the show here. Thank you very much once again. Check out the links in the description below. Thank you for your support, everybody. I've got to go back to this one now to close it up. So just remember, if you like what I'm doing, you tell everybody. But if you don't, no, I said that wrong, didn't I? Tell your friends if you like what I'm doing. But if you don't like what I'm doing, you tell everybody, all right? Goodbye, good luck, and good on you. And I will say it's Uru from the Guru.